Welcome to the cityCURRENT Show, powered by Hagen-Botham Insurance and Financial Services.
This show focuses on sharing good news and powering the good in our community. Now here's your host, Andrew Bartolotta.
Welcome back to the cityCURRENT Show, where we bring you inspiring stories of individuals and organizations making a difference and powering the good in our community and around the globe. And I'm your host, Andrew Bartolotta. Joining us today is Michael Jankie, the visionary founder and CEO of NATPAT. It's a company that has redefined natural well-being solutions through its unique nature-infused products. Starting from a humble garage to growing into a multi-million-dollar enterprise, Michael's entrepreneurial spirit and commitment to enhancing family well-being has propelled NATPAT to global success. And today, Michael will share insights from his journey, the challenges he's overcome, and the exciting future he envisions for NATPAT. So let's delve in and learn more about these stick-on superpowers. Michael, thank you for joining us.
I'm just excited that people care about what we're doing.
Absolutely. You're doing incredible work, and I can't wait for everyone to hear more about it. First, talk about a little bit about your background and what led you to start NATPAT.
Yeah, sure. I mean, I guess I've been working, you know what, I've got two co-founders and kudos to both of them, but one of them, Gary, the two of us have been working together for, it's just coming up to, well, we've known each other for just coming up to 40 years, which is me showing my age. We've been buddies since we were 3 years old, growing up about 300 feet from each other, living 300 feet from each other, and going to school all the way from pre-kinder all the way through. And the two of us, we happened across an old photo a few months ago that was from when we were both 12 or 13 years old, and we were giving each other briefcases. And it was, sort of this funny thing where we'd been in business together so long that we were growing up into businessmen way back then. Sort of funny, no briefcases anymore, but it's been, probably a 25-year, 30-year career, maybe 35 years of really selling stuff, from selling pot plants down the street and car washes and that sort of thing with my business partner, Gary, to what has come today. And I've been in and out of all sorts of businesses, from, consulting type businesses in performing arts through to technology companies. And now NATPAT is just something that's really joyous. It's fun. It's fused a whole lot of experience from what is probably 35 years of lessons and learnings, and distilled 35 years into more or less an overnight success when we launched it just on 4 years ago.
Well, let's take you back to that eureka moment for NATPAT. The pandemic is here. You decide, you have this moment that sparks combining citronella with stickers, and now has so many different products to help in the health and wellness space. Talk about that first eureka moment and then turning it into a fledged company.
Well, I tell you what's always, I guess, worked for me and my business partners, and I've always had co-founders because it's more fun, and I don't know, things just happen when there's more people to keep each other honest. But it was way back in November 2019, and so we're the opposite of seasons down under. If you can't tell from my accent, I am in Australia. And so our summer was coming. It was coming in hot, and I had a 3-year-old and almost 1-year-old, and I remember chatting to Gary in the office and saying, "Oh, these darn mozzies are just like that. They eat alive my youngest child. It's like she is the mosquito repellent for the rest of the family. But I feel terrible because as a 1-year-old, she's blowing up in these welts on her skin." And she's crying and scratching and itching nonstop. And the two of us at the time were running a couple of technology companies, and we were just jamming, going, and we'd been talking about getting into a consumer product that's sort of fun, just because it's really different to software. It's really enjoyable running a consumer product, because you get these really fast sort of feedback loops of, does a customer like it or not like it? Whereas with business to business sort of enterprises or software, it's a very slow feedback loop. So we'd been looking for something to get into direct to consumer, and we both sort of had this spark in our eye when we went, how about like not sprays, not aerosols, not creams that go on skin? How about, and we jammed for, it was probably not more than 15 minutes, and this is an idea in 15 minutes really, that we jammed into, hey, kids love stickers, and you can put citronella onto stickers as long as you figure out the infusing technology of the sticker. And so we probably jammed on that for 2 weeks solid. Like after we went home, we were messaging each other backwards and forwards. Here's some ideas. Here's how we could sell it. Here's how to launch a website. Here's what the potential market is in the sales channels, and a whole lot of like really, I guess the what was really exciting for us, but probably to an outsider, the more boring bits we were thinking about. And then we promptly did absolutely nothing with it. We just put it to bed and stopped talking about it. And the truth was, we were both busy. Gary had 3 kids, I had 2 kids, and we just let it sit. And then roll around sort of 3-4 months later, and the whole world's getting locked down, including Australia. And Australia was actually particularly hard, but we were running these 2 software companies, and one of them suffered really significantly. I think in the first week, its revenues dropped close to 70%, and within 2 weeks, it was down 90%. And that was a company that was providing some software solutions to hospitality venues, which were all closed. And so I remember chatting to Gary and wording in Andre, who's our third partner and another old buddy, and saying, hey, now's probably the time to launch this company, because like we're pretty confident it'll work, and we might be broke, right? Our software companies are in trouble. And so we piled on the stress, and there was good and bad with that, but we piled on the stress and decided to launch a consumer product goods company in late March. And I think we'd sold and delivered our first product by May. So just in terms of talking timelines from going, here's an idea, to we have a name, we have a website, we have product, and we're shipping. We were done by May. And that was that's the origin story, really. And we started off with a single product, which was a mosquito repellent sticker called Buzz Patch, and still one of our best sellers. And from there, it sort of worked as we thought. So I guess we validated that idea, and we just kept launching more and more products. What we realized is, or what we came to realize is, we're quite good at figuring out materials technology, how to use, how to hone a material into being something that can diffuse essential oils, something that can go on clothes and not on skin, and something that's, I guess, really fun for kids and parents.
I can imagine you've had some celebrity endorsements, including the Kim Kardashian, which we all know globally. Talk about some of the feedback you've received from customers. And then I can imagine at some point you've faced some unexpected challenges in running out of stock, and how these experiences shape your approach to risk management and business strategy.
All the products have come from a need that we've had ourselves within our team. And so that's the first thing I want to say, that, and even down to like our sensory stickers you were talking about, it's all little things that we've wanted to solve or help our own kids. And, as parents, we'll do anything for our kids. And so we've just taken that, I guess, to the next level and gone, we'll do anything for anyone else's kids. And so on that, with, celebrity endorsements, they're not celebrity endorsements. What's really neat about what's happened with us is, we don't have a influencer program where we've got celebrity investors or highly paid influencers. But what we've learned over the years is, people, it doesn't matter if they're a billionaire, it doesn't matter if they're the most popular person on Instagram or TikTok or Facebook or whatever, with hundreds of millions of followers. People are people, right? And parents seem to have global things that they want to solve. And so, you mentioned a celebrity like Kim Kardashian, and what was really neat about that is, I don't know where Kim bought our products. She might have bought them online, or she might have bought them on Amazon, or from one of the retailers we stock. But what was really neat about it is, we had no idea she was a customer, and she bought our products. She's used them. She posted about them on social media, just, saying really simple, hey, I hate mosquitoes, and I found these products. I love them. And so I remember DMing her from the business account, just saying like, hey, thanks so much. That's really kind of you to do that. And these sort of things, they're worth $1 million a post if this was a commercial relationship. But I just said thank you. And this was the I guess the most beautiful part of this is, Kim Kardashian, billionaire, can get really anything she wants, any product she wants, anyone would send her, right, for free. It doesn't matter what its value is. And she just said, you know what? One of my kids is allergic to mosquitoes and blows up in welts, and these things are an absolute, like, play date saver. and they're just so fun. And that sort of message, it was just like, this is just average common message. That's like, as a celebrity, you're just a mum, you are just a person, and we all have these problems, and it doesn't matter, who we are, we're all looking for solutions. And that for us, it was just this beautiful moment of really validating what we're doing, because it was like, hey, this is legitimately a, problem that people have that we're solving. It's beautiful like that.
Especially as a newer company, how have you faced these unexpected challenges, or your approach to business strategy, risk management when it comes to stuff like that?
Yeah, so it's a really great question. So we're completely self-funded. First of all, not to say that we won't take some funding in the future, but we've certainly, I guess, grown and matured into a solid mid-sized business without outsized funding. And a lot of that has to do, I guess, with controlling our own market. So we created this category of products. We've been selling them, ourselves on our own website and on Amazon. And that's given us certain levers of control. So if something's like, we'll try and predict, what best case scenario is a product will sell and at what velocity. And we'll manufacture to that sort of level. And then we have the ability to slow it down if we need to, if that makes sense. So online, we can slow our marketing down. And those sorts of things. What's become sort of quite interesting lately is we've started selling in big retailers. So like in Target in the US, we're in saying like 97% of Target stores. And that's only a recent thing. But where that's sort of been interesting is, for the first time, we've really had to, I guess, have much more much stricter controls over our inventory. So we can't run out of stock in Target. Like, it'd be really bad if we ran out of stock. And so their buyers are really great. They started and gave us some projections on what they thought would sell. And so we took those projections and we doubled them. We just went, let's have enough stock on hand, because worst thing would be if we run out. And for us, the downside of having too much stock is we can sell it online. We can figure out how to move it elsewhere. And this beautiful thing happened to us, which made us very stressed, which was, they had an expectation that we'd sell, whatever it was, X many packets per store per week. And we started selling 4 times that straight off the bat. And this was in like January and February, which is the middle of winter. And so it was this really bizarre thing. And the buyer sort of quickly called and went, we don't understand, but you guys were right. Your product does move. Customers love your product, and it looks like Target is just this beautiful place where your customers happen to be, and that they already know your product. They're grabbing it off the shelves. We need to increase our projections and order a heap more. And so we were very lucky in that we had doubled the expectations of what we had, but then we very much quickly rushing to order new product, because that sales velocity didn't slow down. I think we became, I think I'm allowed to say, the top 3 selling mosquito repellent in Target very quickly, which was sort of really nice. We'd sort of stayed under the radar up until, I guess, that moment about a month ago. And we just manage it, and now we just try and manage that expectation. We're looking at data week in, week out. So we are a really heavily data-driven business. It's for what probably most consumer goods companies look like. We don't look like that. We're a very digital native, data-driven product. And product is sort of an outcome of all those sort of metrics put in and spat out in various dashboards.
Well, we are a Target addicted family, like many in the US. And so being able to pick it up when we are going for our Target haul is very convenient. But I also found on your website some of our small businesses in our area that are selling it as well. So it's super cool to see it from these small family-owned business to mega superstores like Target is carrying this global brand. That has to be very heartwarming for you to see, just, almost 5 years in, to see just the marketplace embrace you, but also for you to realize that there was such a need for these products, and that you're delivering them to, hundreds of thousands, millions of families. Looking forward to NATPAT in the next 5 years? Are there any particular innovations or new markets you aim to explore?
So there are. So I think we're very much the company ethos is playfully solving life's little problems, and when more things can be playfully solved, where we sort of want to play in that arena. One of my business partners is very much on the path of he wants to open up a NatPat land, much like there's a Disneyland. I'm not quite sure we'll make it there in the next 5 years, but probably even in the next few months, we've got a few new products coming out, which is some fun ones and just problem solving ones. We've got a tick repellent product coming that has actually just launched, I think, today. And that's just solving. We're actually hearing from parents, mosquito product, great, but we're just sometimes scared of going outside. And certainly in parts of North America, we're scared of going and playing in the leaves. And we just went, that's a problem that needs to be solved. Like parents should not be scared of their kids playing outside. So that's one we're solving. Another one is my kids hate drinking water, but that's all they're allowed to drink, right? Sometimes we'll give them like a soda or a sparkling water. But we were playing with some ideas around how do you make water fun without actually putting anything in it? How do you not, we don't want it to be Gatorade or Coca-Cola or anything like that. They have their place, but not for little kids. And so what we've created is some fun stickers that go on any water bottle that just have a scent. And so they go near your nose and sort of, actually, this is one of my demo water bottles, but when you're drinking the water, your nose is near enough to the sticker that you might smell a lemon flavor or a bubblegum flavor or that sort of thing. So it's this fun idea of how do you turn water, which is, 0 calories and zero health risks. How do you make it fun and flavorful? And so we've created some, I guess you could call them sip and sniff water stickers rather than scratch and sniff. So that's a really fun one we're coming out with. And I guess the rest is too commercial in confidence at the moment. But we just had some fun socks made with the funny little toes as giveaways for customers who are ordering from our website. So there's lots of fun things coming, but a lot of it is based around this materials technology of using a material as a diffuser to get a scent out there for a controlled period of time.
Man, that is brilliant. And my life motto is we will be known by the problems we solve. And I've heard you throughout this this entire conversation talking about how you're solving, life's small problems, and small but large for many, with being afraid to take their children outside because they're afraid they're going to get Lyme disease ultimately from ticks. And you're helping solve that problem. One of my sons is extremely allergic to mosquito bites, and even so some with grass as well. And so having this mosquito repellent sticker that I can put on him is just fantastic. How do you balance being a CEO with your responsibilities and joys as a father?
So it is a good question, because also part of our company is really, we as a team all enjoy our lives. So it's not that no one works hard, everyone works hard, but no one takes away, I guess, or takes time from the important aspects of business or family. And so while it's quite early in the morning for me, as soon as we hop off this call, I'm actually heading back home to take my kids to school. And that's sort of a theme that runs across the company. Is most of us, in fact, I think all of us, there's maybe a couple of younger team members in the support team that don't have kids, but everyone has kids, and it's one of those things that we all appreciate, that what we're doing this for is, whilst there's a lot of self-fulfillment, we all enjoy our family life. And so we have built a business around or we've built aspects of our business and our productivity around maintaining family life. And so, on that, I was actually just on holidays, stateside on holidays in Hawaii, and actually we went to Disneyland too. But Hawaii was this really fun moment. We were there with some extended family, with my folks. And at some point, my mum was sending me a WhatsApp message saying, "Hey, look, I found your mosquito patches in this store I walked into." I'm like, "Oh, what store is that?" I didn't even realize there was one so close by. And I remember heading down to that store with my own kids and taking, I know it sounds weird, but taking a selfie in a store, in an aisle, with my products. And it's those sort of fun moments that I guess we're really building for and enjoying and embracing and figuring out how we, can make that as a sustainable business work.
Well, Michael, you're truly a change maker, and not only a successful CEO, but it seems like a successful father as well. And it's really cool to talk to you today and see just the joy in the work that you do, and be reminded that there are problems all around us, but there are solutions to those, that if we just look at it maybe through a different lens or through technology, to be able to make a difference. Lastly, where can people purchase your NATPATs and learn more about the innovative solutions to life's greatest and smallest problems as well?
Yeah, thank you, Andrew. And it is, I actually get so much pleasure talking about this, because I think it's one of those things that regular products on the shelf don't really get to talk to their customers. But we really do enjoy talking about what we're doing. I think it's just, we love it. So we love it, we use it, so we want to talk about it. But you can find us in the usual places, but if you head to our website, which is natpat.com, we have a page that shows all the retailers we work with if you don't want to buy directly from our website. But otherwise, you can certainly buy from our website or Amazon, or we've got a stockist or a retailers page. In the US, pretty much all the targets do range our products, but absolutely support the smaller and independent. So we've got actually a much broader network of small and independent retailers that stock our products. We love them, and absolutely should support them, and they're probably close enough by to you.
Awesome. Well, Michael Jankie, it's a pleasure to get to learn more about these unique nature-infused products. Thank you so much for coming on the cityCURRENT show and for powering the good globally.
Thanks so much, Andrew. It's been an absolute joy.